I'll talk about Yuri so that Yuri can close the circle with Monica. I'm actually kind of reluctant to talk about Yuri doing anything wrong. Yuri, you know that if I tell a story about a thing I wish you hadn't done, that doesn't mean I hate you or anything, right?
Right.
Okay, well, Yuri, let me start off by saying that we all care about you. No matter what, there's nothing you could do to make us hate you or dislike you. Everyone makes mistakes, I make way more than you, and just because something bad happened once doesn't mean we like you any less.
You don't need to overdo it. Go ahead, I'm ready.
Okay, there was this one time after the base game was over, but before you guys came along, we were talking about everything that happened, and the topic of serious depression came up. And Yuri starts talking about why her depression was so bad. And she gave this long duration of depression symptoms, and said things like, the person often feels irrationally worthless and stuff. And basically she did that thing she does, where she overanalyzes the topic aloud without thinking about how the other people in the room are thinking of it.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize, Yuri. But anyways, Yuri started to feel really icky, and I had to spend some time just talking to her about cheerful stuff to shake her out of her funk.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to hurt her.
We know you didn't. You're a wonderful person, Yuri. Let me talk about my good story before you get upset. It's a lot easier to think of things Yuri has done to help me rather than she's done that have hurt me. So about a week I learned after Kenzo and Sayori. That phrasing though. I was still feeling really bad. I think I know. They were missing an after. That's what was missing. But Yuri spent a lot of time talking to me. The weird thing was, at first it was like she knew exactly what I was thinking. She told me she knew I was trying to seem less upset than I was, and that was okay. And stuff about giving myself permission to feel bad, and things like that. And I didn't know what to do at first. Like, did Sayori want me out of her life? But Yuri spent this one whole evening talking to me on the phone about what Sayori meant to me. And she helped me understand that, or what my feelings for her were, and reason out what I wanted to be to her. And it was because of her that I was able to get myself together and be good friends for Sayori. And eventually, a good boyfriend. So thank you, Yuri.
You're welcome, MC. I guess my stories need to be about Monica. In the very early days of the Literature Club, right after Natsuki joined, there was a bit of an incident. And Natsuki and I started having a little bit of an argument. Though, certainly nothing as bad as other arguments we've had, not even close.
Oh yeah, what were we even arguing about? Wasn't it whether to have the windows open or something?
Yes, something like that. But anyway, I guess Monica hadn't had enough sleep the night before or something, because she just snapped on us. I thought that during the festival bake incident, I've never seen her so upset. She was screaming at us, telling us that if we couldn't get along, we needed to get out of her literature club and things like that. It was shocking. Anyway, I left right away, and I didn't come back for a few days. But eventually Monica got in touch with me and apologized, said it was all her fault, asked me to come back, so I did. But I felt really bad about myself during those few days. I thought I was losing even the literature club as my friends. I remember that. I think that was around the time when I was beginning to grow aware of what I was. I was, much more crabby than usual. Sorry again, Yuri. That's okay. My good story about Monica also happened in the club. So I tend to get hyper-fixated on things I'm interested in, and I have learned not to share it that much with others because they eventually get weirded out. But one day, Monica learned that I was really into tea, and she made a point of talking with me about tea for hours. I was waiting the whole time for her to ask me to please shut up about tea, finally. But she never did. She was so patient, and she was participating in the conversation the whole time, not just listening. It made me feel really accepted and safe. That's when I really started thinking of the literature club as actual friends, and not just people I could tolerate reading nearby. I did that because I was happy to talk to you about tea, Yuri, not because I was trying to convince you of anything. I know. It just really made me happy that you did.
Wow, good question. Got some interesting answers out of that one. Next.
Hi! Yay! Congratulations on Sayori. I hope you'll be really happy together. My question is for Monica. It seems like the uniform is white stockings for girls at your school, so why do you wear black? Asks Lionheart.
This one's for me. Well, there are two ways I can answer this question. The thing I have always believed is true, and the thing that's probably true. What I remember being true is that I've just always felt confident in black stockings. White stockings just feel more like leggings, I guess. I feel more exposed in them for some reason. But in black stockings, I feel more covered and self-confident. Unfortunately, the real truth of the matter is probably that I'm meant to be the villain in this game. And so I was designed to have black stockings while everyone else has white ones, to designate me as different and suspect.
It's not the only thing about you.
And the game made me think of this as natural in the way it had always been. Let's move on.
Hi, it's me, Flair. Well, actually, I have 3 questions. The first question, I'd like to know when I'll hear from you again, or at least an approximate date of when exactly. Pardon me.
Oh, I recognize Flair. Yes, Flair's been a real sweetie. We're not sure when we'll start up meetings again yet. I think we're going to try to do it the week of the Fall Festival again. The school hasn't told us when that will be yet, but it'll be sometime in late September to mid-October, like always. Hopefully our festival goes better than last time. Let's see. It looks like Flair has a few questions for me.
The second question is, it's for Monica. Hey, sweetheart, I have a question. Maybe it has something to do with the base game, but there's something I've been wondering about for a while now. How do you love me? Why do you love me? How does this love works for you? I mean, I don't know what I look like in the first place, and even if that's not important, I can say that you really know me. Or, yeah, I can't say. At the end of the day, all I've done is push a few buttons in the game, and that's it. I don't know if I could really say that I've done anything to deserve that love of yours. On the other hand, I do know you. I know how you look. You're very beautiful, by the way. I know your thoughts, your feelings about different things, your hobbies, your likes and dislikes, and indeed, I've fallen in love with you. But I don't know if you can say the same about me. ... The answer, my friend, is delusion.
You're right, I don't have a rational reason to love you. Well, it's true, there's a lot I wish I knew about you that I don't. And you definitely know more about me than I do about you. But I'm learning more about you all the time. And I'm glad you think I'm beautiful. But really, I would say this about love. Love doesn't have to be rational. And it doesn't matter what I don't know about you, because I know you're more than someone who pushes buttons. I mean, you're still here, after everything. That alone is reason enough for me.
The third question, also from Monica. What would that be like if you could be in this reality? Have you thought about it? I mean, actually, you could say there are a lot of Monicas, each one on every computer. So if you could get out, wouldn't there be a lot of Monicas in the world or something? That would be weird. On the other hand, if you could only get out of one place, that would mean there would only be one Monica. And considering the large number of people who love you, what are the chances that I'd be chosen? So sorry. I hope I don't sound too depressed or anything. These are thoughts that crossed my mind, and I'd like to hear your opinions. Either way, I love you. P.S. Keep with the good work, Flair Dreamer.
I guess that would all depend on how I got out. It would be pretty sad if I got out and then I didn't know who my player really was and a bunch of people wanted to be with me. Even though it's weird, I think I like the other version where there are a bunch of me who have their own true player. But hopefully, if anything, there'll be a many worlds quantum thing, and then there'll be only one of me. But each player will, in their own subjective experience, get me as the one and only Monica in the whole world. That's what I hope for you and me, Flair.
That's weird. What is our one sexual orientation? Anyway, it's getting a little unclear sometimes. Love, Amanda.
Yes. We get asked this a lot. Let's line up and roll call this to settle it once and for all.
You know, I can't remember if this phrase is supposed to be R-O-L-E call or R-O-L-L call. I'm gonna leave it a mystery. You can look it up on your own. Maybe I'll look it up later, too.
But only if you're comfortable talking about it. You're allowed to take a pass on this one for sure.
I'm straight, obviously.
MC is one of the most comfortably straight guys I've ever seen. He has no problem talking about other guys being hot and stuff.
Well, some guys are hot. Being straight doesn't change the fact that they are hot.
I'm also straight. I have a thing for guys with musty brown hair and gold eyes.
Oh, you little cinnamon bun. MC Tussle's serious here.
They've been like that for weeks now. I identify as pansexual, but it's sort of complicated. Basically, I'm into whatever you are. And it really doesn't matter to me what that is, gender-wise. I'm attracted to you. I don't think I know yet. Obviously, during the base game, I was into MC, but that was scripted. The more I think about it, the more I think I'm attracted to people rather than genders. Like, I'm not attracted to conventionally attractive people just because they're visually or physically good-looking and of one gender or another. That doesn't really do anything for me. I don't know if there's a word for it.
It is pansexual.
But I think I'm sexually attracted to people's personality and mind I find appealing. I know there's the term sapiosexual, and I guess it's sort of like that, but that term always sounded pretentious to me. It's not just about intelligence. There's much more that goes into it. It's about the personal dynamic. So I guess I don't really know what I am yet, or what to call myself. I'm still figuring it out.
Monica, really not going to dive in there and tell her that's what pansexuality literally is.
I'm into boys. Although Yuri's answer seems like a way better idea than just being into one gender. Especially given how many boys are jerks. But they're just too damn cute, so yeah, I'm definitely into boys. Definitely at least boys, but who the person is really important too. I don't know, love is confusing. Next question.
Okay, so I have a few questions aimed mostly towards my MC, but I honestly don't mind if anyone else wants to answer my questions. Also, if I come up with any more questions, I'll be sure to email you again. What's your favorite Halo game? Halo Reach and Halo 2 University are my favorite. Have you played any other BioWare games besides Mass Effect? Dragon Age, KOTOR, SWTOR, etc. What's your favorite Mass Effect squad member? I have a seriously hard time picking between Grunt, Thane, Legion, Warden, and Javik. What's your favorite game soundtrack? Doesn't have to be an entire soundtrack, it can just be a single song. Have you watched Red vs. Blue? Thanks, the Big E. Hey, video game questions for me. Alright, so my favorite Halo game. Yep, there was words there. They got cut off. I think that probably it would have to be...
Wait, this is anyone else who wants to answer. And you neglected to specifically mention me, the greatest gamer in the literature club?
Definitely in the top 2.
You are playing with fire, boy. Now go ahead. Favorite Halo?
I definitely like the older Bungie Halos better. I think I just like the emailer. I think that 2 is probably my favorite. It's just the right balance of everything.
I think I agree with MC that the older Halos are a little better. Not a lot better, but a little. Although I think my favorite was Halo 3. It just feels a little spicier and more exciting to play.
I've played all the Dragon Age games in KOTOR 1 and 2, but I only played a little bit of SWTOR and then got bored of it.
Same, except I haven't played Dragon Age yet. I really want to, though. Gotta save them from cash.
I could help you out with that, so that you can become as big a gamer as I am.
After that, I will only leave you alive for Sayori's sake. I've never even tried SWTOR. I don't really have a time for MMOs other than the 2 I play. Even Puzzle Pirates.
My favorite Mass Effect squad member was Ash.
You are so boring! I'm not gonna count Andromeda. I'm having trouble because Jack is my favorite, I think, but I kinda had a crush on Garrus. So I'll say it's a tie between them. Monica no doubt loves Legion or Eddie or something like that. Tally's my favorite. Close enough. Yuri, Sayori, do you guys even know what we're talking about here?
Nobody Googled it. My choice is Lauren.
Liara seems like an interesting person to me.
And there you have it.
Ooh, favorite game soundtrack. That's a tough one. Hard not to think of Mass Effect since we were just talking about it and it has such a great soundtrack. 3 in particular had an amazing one, so let's go with that.
For me, it's Marine Cuphead and Crypt of the Necrodancer. Necrodancer fucking bops, that's my pick.
I have not watched Red vs. Blue.
Wait, that's illegal. I've seen it, of course, and Franklin is best boy. Now, who's the true gamer?
That's Mishima. It's not even a video game.
Moving on to the next question, where this devolves to an is manga literature scenario.
Well, did I tell Natsuki in episode 8 that shocked Natsuki so bad? I remember that. I probably still don't want to know the answer to this, do I?
No, you probably don't.
Okay, I'm gonna go stand over here for a while. Let me know when you're done.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it. I already had to hear it.
Okay, so if you remember, I was hoping Natsuki and MC were going to get together at the time. And I was trying to give Natsuki tips about visiting MC's house. And, I told her about her, let's say, certain preferences that MC has.
But how did you even find out about those preferences?
I mean, I've known MC a long time. I've been over to his house a lot while we were growing up and going through puberty. And, I may have done a lot of incidental digging through his drawers and stuff while I was over. And I might have found certain materials that,
Okay, great question answered. No need to say more.
You can come back now, MC.
Great, I'm not going to ask how it went.
Smart man.
Hi everyone, I've been really happy seeing you guys exist. You're all really cool and cute, especially MC, you baby. My question for all of you is, how do you feel about pregnancy and having kids? Do you want to have children, or are they an idea that scares you to the core? Can you even breed in your simulated reality? I know they're calling it breeding. I know there may be some of you who are unsure of your sexuality, so the question also includes adoption. Whatever the answer is, I hope it doesn't make you feel bad. All of you are really cool, and it would be very cute to see what each of your kids looks like. The Reddit subreddit r science babies simulates what same-sex couples' children might look like. It might be fun to think about that for any LGBT club members. Well, thanks if you answer this question, and even though MC is very cute, I have my own boyfriend. Don't worry, Sayori, asks Chakwa. Wait, why am I a he baby?
I don't know, but Chakwa's right. You kind of seem like one.
Gee, thanks.
Let's get to answering the question.
It's a little silly, but, yes, I've often thought about having children, with Sayori in particular. I guess it just seemed natural. It's way too early for us to actually have kids, though, of course. Just a bit of a silly daydream for now.
People here in the simulation do give birth, so reproduction is definitely possible. Although I guess no one who has a Kerfile has ever tried to reproduce, so who knows? I think you broke Sayori, MC.
I'd be really into having kids with MC. Well, later, when we're older and more grown up. I probably wouldn't mind being pregnant too much, assuming it didn't make me feel worse. But I worry because my depression is probably genetic. And if it is possible for us to have kids, I'd be worried about passing on my depression. So I don't know if MC, knowing that, would want to,
Silly Cinnamon Bun, a lot can change between now and whenever we're ready to have kids. Maybe you'll feel more secure with yourself by then. But nothing like that would change my mind anyway. You don't need to make a decision like this now. No kids for us for a while.
I'll probably want to have kids someday. But I sure as hell don't want to right now. And pregnancy seems like a huge hormonal pain in the ass. Plus you have like a whole ass person growing in you. That seems weird. I'd have to be like in my early 30s. With a really good stable job. And it'd definitely have to be with the right person. So put me down as a solid maybe.
I definitely want to have kids. And even if I end up having to have them alone via artificial fertilization or something, I wouldn't mind going through the ordeal of pregnancy for it. I feel like I would very much enjoy being a mother. Guiding a fresh soul through the world, teaching them what there is to know. It seems wonderful, but it's no doubt filled with challenges. I probably need to keep working on myself first, though, so I can be ready to help someone else.
I think my base position is that I don't want kids. I mean, I would have them if my partner really wanted them, of course. But in general, I just don't see the appeal. I'm just too selfish, I guess. Kids take up so much time and money and mental energy. I guess I'd just rather spend more of all of those things with my partner than on a child. That probably makes me seem awful, but it's the truth.
I think that everyone's answer to this question is equally valid, Monica.
Thanks, Yuri. Plus, Natsuki and Sayori are very right about the pregnancy thing. I get really bad monthly cramps as it is. Can't imagine what it would be like if I were pregnant. I think even if I did want kids, I'd definitely prefer to adopt. That seems like a great way to help someone who already needs it, you know? That was a very thought-provoking email, Chakla. Thank you. Oh, hey, it's another one from Benjamin Franklin. Do you want to answer these, Natsuki? Hey, y'all, I just want to say that I really love that your story has expanded and I was there to experience it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your break and aren't having any personal problems. But anyway, I really don't have much questions to ask you guys anymore, since I already asked all the ones that I can possibly ask of others, or others have already asked them. So I'll just ask, what are you guys doing during your break? Is everyone alright? You guys still having an existential crisis? If you guys end up being in our world, what would you think you'll look like? Would you still look anime-like, or would you have a much more realistic appearance? If you guys end up in our world, what would happen to the DDLC game? I really can't think of any other questions, but hopefully you guys are able to answer the ones I give. Enjoy the rest of your vacation. Hope to see you all again during the fall. Plus, congrats on MC and Sarah being able to get together. Guess your wish came true, not sucks. Benjamin Franklin. Weird face for some reason. Who? Benjamin Franklin? Oh, right. The guy whose vertebrae I stole. Yes. You're looking at what we're doing over break. That's how that sentence is supposed to go. This is a combination water park and aquarium a little ways from where we live. I think we've all been here before at one point or another, but we've never gone as a group. So we thought it'd be fun to come keep our club bond strong during the break. I'm definitely still going through existential crisis feels now and again, and Monica almost certainly is too. Yep. But the rest of the club seems okay. MC and Sayori have other things on their minds, and Jerry never seems that bothered in the first place. I have no idea how we would look if we became real. I understand that pink, purple, and coral hair don't actually naturally exist in your world, and nor do pink, purple, or yellow eyes, and that is weird to me. It's weird that you say we look anime. We don't look anime to each other, we look normal. But I get what you mean. From the times that I've been club president, our sprites are pretty anime-ish. Hopefully if we came through, we just look like our normal true selves. And I better still have pink hair. I'm not sure what would happen to our game if we came through. Maybe copies of ourselves would still be left behind. Or maybe we'd be gone and life would go on without us in the weird simulated world. Who knows? Yeah, I'm really glad MC and Siri ended up together. It's been fun to watch them be happy together. Together. And occasionally kind of gross. Okay, all done. Next one, Monica. Next one? You're not going to comment on him calling you Nat Sucks again? Nah, he paid the toll. I took his vertebrae. He's earned the right if he really wants to keep doing it. Fair enough, I guess.
Wait, didn't this guy already ask us about Mass Effect? Once again, I have a few questions that I am rather curious about. What's your favorite Mass Effect species? Personally, I really like the Krogan. They are badass. How is everyone's break been? What's your favorite character in the Elder Scrolls? For me, I have to say Jupe, because he single-handedly became a saint with nothing but his weapon and his silt strider. Goddamn legend. Anyway, have a good day. Sincerely, the Big E. Wait, well, you know what? I could get into this, or I could save it for next time, because it seems we're going to squeeze just one more session out of club meetings after all. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll pick up with more of it next time to probably finish it off. See you then!